Hello from React Green. In today's video I will show you different growing mediums so that you will be able to choose the one that meets your needs best. Perhaps you are wondering why are we putting so much intention on growing medium, but I assure you that you might be surprised with the end results. We also wrote a blog post on this theme, so go and check it out. Link for it you will find below in the comments. Here we have 6 different mediums. We have soil, we have coco peat. These two are the same. These are cocoa mats, but this one has been pre-soaked during the night in the water, and this one is dry one. This is bamboo mat, this is rock wool, and this is hemp mat. So this is how they look. We have pre-measured the seeds so that each tray will get even and the same density of the seed. We are using the fastest one. It's called garden cress, so that we will get results as fast as possible, and they are germinating very well. We also need the trays to cover the seeds and the spray bottle, so let's get started. So you see, we mix the seeds with the spray bottle, and we mix it very well, especially for the mats that seems very dry. We water it really, we mix it really well. And now we will cover seeds with the other tray, so that the moisture will be in the tray and that it will not go out. Okay, with this we also somehow push the seeds directly to the growing medium so that it will stick and the roots will dig more deep in the soil or in the medium. So we will just cover it with the towel. And that's it. We will see each other tomorrow. So today is the second day, and what we will be looking in the comparison of these tests with different growing materials is material itself. So we have 6 different materials. The cocoa mat is used twice because we need to pre-soak it 1 day before. So the second thing, we will look if you need any preparation with the material before you use it. The third one is how good is the water retention, and the fourth one is growth itself. So let us uncover the towel and we will look how the seeds are germinating. I am uncovering the upper trays. So let us see how it goes. I would say quite the same on each material. What we need to do now is to mist all the seeds and then uncover once again with the upper trays. But during the future days we will look for growth itself, and what's most important, how the material is absorbing the water. Do you need to water it once per day or just once per 2 days? this is what we will be looking for. But now let us mist the seeds. That's it. So I will cover it back. With the towel, and see you tomorrow. Alright everyone, today is the third day on our test with different growing materials. So let us uncover the trays to see how the seeds are progressing on different growing mediums. Wow, very evenly, as it seems. They are germinating quite well on all growing mediums. Perhaps there are slightly difference between, let's see, this one and this one are coconuts, but this one wasn't pre-soaked one day before sowing, and this one was. So you can see slightly difference in germination. Okay, this is soil, very nice, as it should be, because we are growing in the soil and we know the benefits of the soil. This is a cocoa peat. It's quite good germination. Well, here we have bamboo. It's also very good one. And here we have rock wool, and here is the hemp mat. They both are okay, but perhaps if we compare to the soil, the germination is a little slower. You see? It's a little slower, but in general, they are quite okay. So we will mist today, and we will see how the seeds will progress till tomorrow, and see if some of them could be already put under the light or on a windowsill to get the sunlight. Since the roots are already well placed in the growing medium, I would suggest that you can turn the tray like this. But for those that are still a little slower and lower with the germination, I would suggest to put it like this for one day more. Okay, now putting the towel on, and that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Hi everyone, today is the fourth day with our tests of different growing mediums. So I will uncover the towel and to see what's happening with our test. You see, the cress has lifted up the tray. Voila. Oh, yes. Very good germination on each tray, but these one are grown on the soil. They are a little bit faster than on the other trays. As you can see, that's why we yesterday turned the tray ups and down. What we can do today, we can do it the same with other. We can mist them for one day more and leave them with the tray like this. so that they will grow a little bit taller, and then we can expose it to the sunlight. But the soil will be exposed already today. Okay? You see why is the color of the microgreens still yellow? Because we cover them with a towel. That's why we prevent sunlight for microgreens to be exposed to the sunlight, because the sunlight creates and flourish the chlorophyll in the microgreens. But we want in yellow color, we want yellow microgreens to be germinated, and after we expose to the sunlight, then we want a chlorophyll. Okay? So for today, we are just going to water the one that it is grown on a soil like this, and just put it on a sunlight. But all the others I will just mist once again. But all the growing mediums are performing very well. There is a slight difference perhaps between the cocoa mat, which was pre-soaked one day before sowing. This was not, and this was pre-soaked. A little slight difference. And perhaps if we compare soil versus cocoa pit, there is a difference. You see, it's a difference in how tall they are. Yeah. Okay. Now I will cover them like this. Now this is the garden cress, fast and very good one. It's a little spicy variety, but if you are growing different varieties of microgreens like coriander, fennel, dill, or some seeds that have hulls around, then you really need to soak them before you are sowing them. And I will make another test with all these growing mediums, with these larger seeds and with hulls. That's why that we can see if the growing medium is still appropriate for growing them. These are small, tiny seeds, and they are putting their roots in the growing medium very well, as we can see this here. But if you are growing herbs, like I said before, you need to consider that it will not go so fast. They will have at least 5 to 15 days to germinate for other varieties. What else can I tell about the garden cress? It's a little miscellaneous seed. So they are, because they are miscellaneous, they are sticking together on the soil, but it doesn't matter. The same is basil. Basil is the same seed with the same performance. That's why you just need to mist it and don't put soil on it, because it would be much easier to grow without the layer of the soil on them. And the seeds and the microgreens, when they will grow, they will be very clean. But if you are using top layer soil, the microgreens could become a little not so clean. They could have some soil on them. And if you are cutting them for customers and putting them in clamshells, then you really want clean microgreens. So this is something perhaps that you can consider when growing commercially. But if you're growing at home, this is the fastest crop, garden cress, and if you don't put it under soil, it will be ready in 6 days. So now I will put towel, and tomorrow it will be exposed to the sunlight, and this one we will already expose it. So that's it for today. See ya tomorrow. Hi everyone, welcome to day 5 with our different growing mediums that we are testing. This is garden cress sown on a soil, and it was exposed to the light yesterday already. I think that today we will uncover all the rest, so let us see. Yes, very nice germination with all growing mediums. I will show you separately each one. This is grown on a cocoa pit. It also has holes in the bottom. That's why we will put tray under, water a little bit, and place it like this. So the next one is growing on a cocoa mat. As you can see, it's quite wet, that's why we won't water it till tomorrow. This one is growing on a bamboo. It's also very wet. We will leave it like this. This one is grown on a cocoa mat, the same, but it was not pre-soaked the day before we sown. That's why we will put a little water in there. Okay, so that the seeds won't dry out. This is growing on rock wool. It's not so wet, that's why I will water it. And this, the last one, is growing on a hemp mat, and it's also quite wet, so we will leave it like this. I will check once during the day if the seeds or the growing medium is drained out. If not, we will leave it like this. Otherwise, I will water it a little bit, but tomorrow we will see how they are progressing. I would say that the best growth is on a soil. The second, I would say, growing on a cocoa pit, but for the mats, I would say that bamboo, hemp, and rock wool are somehow performing a little better than on a cocoa mat. You see a little, it's not so good germination, but in general all these growing mediums are okay. But these are tiny seeds. If you are growing with larger seeds, we need to make another test, and we will see there if the larger seeds are also appropriate for growing on these mediums. I think that this is for today, so see ya tomorrow. Hi everyone, today is day 6 with our growing with different growing mediums. So our lovely microgreens with garden cress are performing very well with all different types of growing mediums. What we will look now is if we need to water it again, or is the water level with the mat still in there. So as you can see here, we have hemp. Hemp has a little drain out here, so that's why we will water it a little bit. Okay, here we have rock wool. Rock wool is still very wet, so we will leave it like this. What we have here is cocoa. Cocoa mat wasn't pre-soaked before, but it's still very wet, so we will leave it like this. This is soil. Soil is already for harvest, but since we are waiting all the rest, we will leave it like this, and tomorrow we will see if it's already for harvest. But As you can see, in day 6 you can already harvest it. So yes, we need to put a little water in there. So here we have cocoa peat. Cocoa peat is very wet still, so we will not water it. Here is the cocoa, which was pre-soaked, but it's still very wet, so we will leave it like this. And here is bamboo. Bamboo is still wet. Yeah, still wet. As said yesterday, I will watch for the microgreens during the day. If I will see that they have drained out during the day, I will water them. Otherwise, I will leave it like this. And we will see tomorrow how it goes. See ya! Hi everyone! Today it's a harvest day, so it's the day 7 with our growing microgreens on a different growing mediums. You can see our beauties. We will check each of them and I will tell you what are my thoughts about it. So this one was grown on a soil, as you can see, and it's very nice, very even, very tall. If I compare them with other mediums, I have to tell you that all growing mediums don't have any added nutrients. So we just put the medium itself and sprinkle seeds on them. So with any added nutrients. Perhaps we will make another test with adding nutrients, but with this test we used just basic medium. So this one is quite the same as grown on the soil, and it's cocoa core or cocoa peat. It's also very nice and very tall, but you need to water them each day. This is very important, otherwise they will drain out and you will end up with drained microgreens. So let's go on. Here we have cocoa peat. Here we have cocoa mat. This is cocoa mat. This one wasn't. So before sowing, this one was, and I am telling you there is basically aren't any difference between them. So you can use cocoa mat without pre-soaking it. So just sow on them microgreen seeds and that's it. So regarding watering, you can water them each day, but they are much better with water retention, like if we compare it with cocoa core and soil. So you can pour a little water each day or a little more one day, and then you water them every second day. Here we have microgreens grown on a rock wool. Compared to others, I would say nice growth, but the plants, microgreens, are a little smaller than grown on the soil and cocoa core, but I think this is just because those materials don't have any nutrients in there. So that's why cocoa core and soil, because they have natural nutrients inside the material. So this one, that's why they are grown a little smaller. Regarding water retention, very good. You can water them on not each day, but on the second day. Here we have hemp mat, the same. Water retention is for watering not each day, but every second day. Plants grow very nice, evenly. So this is also a good one. And here we have the bamboo. Bamboo, I would recommend to water it perhaps each day a little bit. So just to be sure that you don't drain them out, because when the, let me show you, when the material drains out, you can see, you don't want that. You don't want that your material drains out, and it's like a paper, the same feeling. So perhaps add a little water each day. That's it in general. I would highly recommend, if you can use soil, we are using it, and if we compare to all other mediums, I would choose soil or perhaps coco-coir. But you know what bothers me? When I buy a coco-coir in a block, then I need to pour water in there, and so that they saturate the water, and this is just one work more when you use coco-coir. But when I use soil, I just open the bag and that's it. If you are growing at home and you use a mat, this is very good, because you don't have any soil around, so it's much less dirt around, and it's more clean version. It's also good one. So use whatever you are comfortable with, whatever you can buy or in your near shop or on online. But if I require this for a microgreen business, I would suggest to use soil. So more details and everything I will write down in the blog post. You can find link below. Please click on there and read all the blog posts. Subscribe to our channel. We are happy to make a test for you, so that you will get a lot of knowledge from our channel and from our site. And that's it. Have a nice day, and wishing you good luck with growing microgreens. Keep up!